I'm here.
Are we on?
We're good.
Hi.
The computer has a habit of, as soon as I hit start show, it said, you have no internet and kicked me out. So we're here.
That all that matters is that we're here. Rob's not here. He's got some family stuff that he's dealing with his dad. So he is down in Florida, but he's not going to be with us. Hopefully tomorrow, Rob will be back on the show with us, but we're giving him all the time that he needs to be hanging out with his dad. And we wish Bob Spiewak, his daddy, all the best as he is recovering from some very serious medical issues in the hospital. And we hope he has a good, solid recovery with that.
Send him love on Facebook. That way it'll cheer him up whenever he can get on there.
Absolutely. He would love to hear from you. And I have to tell you that immediately prior to the show, I talked about the fact that when we had the Adultoween Cocktacular the other night and I wore the Witchy Poo costume and I put the fake nose on and then I broke out. It was almost like I was taking too many showers because I was, I don't know what happened, but the cosmetics and the makeup, I was so proud of myself that when I had this breakout area on my nose, that I went in and I performed my own esthetician work on it, and then I went in and exfoliated. And when I got out of the shower, I looked and I said, I really think that I have done it. And then it wasn't until probably late morning yesterday after the show, or as the day went on, and by the time nighttime hit, that if you could see me closer, I still have it all just hardened over, and my nose looks like somebody put a bullet hole in it, and that's where I am right now, and it's a little disconcerting. I'm a little self-conscious about it, and you can see because I put my wife's concealer on it.
Yeah, yesterday it was red. Today it's lighter with the concealer. I think you could have gotten away with it today if you didn't tell anyone.
I know, but I can't do that. I can't do that.
I know you can't. How did it do on the golf course today?
The golf course, I don't care. In fact, nobody said anything. And then I've got this other part right here. No, where is it? Right here?
Yeah, is that like a sunglass mark?
Yes, that's I don't know. It's time to go see my dermatologist, I suppose. And you should do that when you're out in the sun all the time anyway, Josh Soroka. You should make sure that you go to your dermatologist regularly. And I know you're out in the sun all the time, no matter how young you are. Get it checked out. Absolutely.
Jim Hoffman says it's echoing. I don't know what that means.
That means that there is an echo.
That would mean they're hearing an echo. I don't hear an echo,
and I don't hear an echo on my end at all.
All right.
So now this is one guy, this is one guy.
Exactly. So if other people are hearing the echo, let us know.
Please let us know if there's an echo on the show. Are you not
worried about your nose when you're on the golf course? Because everyone on the golf course has had like sunspots removed, so they always have scars and bandages. And
there's always a guy. There's always some codger that's out there that's had stuff hacked off, chopped off, burned off, frozen off his body, and it happens all the time. It's a regular thing. All right, this guy says no
Everyone
echo
says
here.
No echo.
All right, so
thanks, Jim,
it's you. All right, Jim, just because you hear an echo doesn't mean there's an echo on the show. All right, so be aware of that. And we're a small outfit, Jim. That's why you are able to say that, and we immediately go into complete fear mode about the podcast.
Yeah,
all right?
if there's a real issue, we want to know about it.
Yes.
But make sure first.
And a joke will not cover it, Jim. You sidetracked us. I am not happy about that. So getting back to the original
he's trying
thing.
to come around to say that your nose is echoing.
No, it's not. It's not. My nose is not echoing. And I load up with, I am the husband of an esthetician, so I got all the products, and I load up with the sunscreen, and I put that, and I think I do okay by and large, but I do think that everybody, when you're out in the Florida sun, should see regular. The problem is the last time I went, because I am a lovely fair-skinned girl, the doctor had me put this stuff on that essentially reddens your whole face and then attacks the areas that are precancerous. And so you look like Freddy Krueger for the better part of a week. And I hated it. I hated it so much. I would have rather had the Band-Aids and the localized stuff. But that's you know what it is? I think it's a cop-out for the dermatologist to say, here, cover your face with this, and it'll automatically seek out and burn off the Jim Hoffman with a $10
I don't have the
super
sound
chat.
effects, but thank you.
That's awesome. I'll give him a sound effect. Here we go. This one goes out to Jim Hoffman. This one's for you, buddy. Here you go. Wait a minute.
Nice beaver.
There it is. Thank you. Thank you,
We
Jim.
haven't had that one in a while.
I appreciate that. That's it.
I think the whole point of those bandages is bandage up your face and leave. So then you're at home when you discover how much of a mess we made of your face.
There are two ways of doing it. There are all sorts of tricks that these guys. I like when they go in and they just sort of freeze an area and they deal with it that way. But some guys get really carved up. I saw a listener on Facebook that said he had a small area and it looked like they went deep. You know, sometimes the melanoma stuff is dangerous. They have to go in there and grab it and all that.
Yeah, with a melon bowler.
The melon bowler and
They just
scoop
dig
it all
straight
out.
into there.
Thank God for YouTube video highlights. I did not even linger past one inning last night. The O'Mara family was tired after taking my son down to bassoon practice and going to Iguana Mia North, where Carla and I both enjoyed. Well, she had one, I had two, and then it was off to bassoon practice, and then over. What an incredibly exciting life I lead. Over to bassoon practice, followed by a trip to Marshall's to buy bath towels. Isn't that exciting? That's my life, and I'm sticking to it.
Marshall seems to be a weekly visit for me as well.
It is.
I don't get it.
It's what we do.
But you go along for the ride.
You do, and they love it. And she wanted to go to some little home thing next door. I made it to the car after that. I didn't want to deal with that. But
Yeah. Is it Home Sense? Is that the place next door?
Home Goods, Home Sense.
I skipped out on a trip to Home Sense.
Home
this weekend.
Abuse, Home. I don't know.
But we did get some baseball last night.
It really. I wanted to ask you this, being the biggest baseball fan
Yes.
I've ever had as a friend. I've never had a passionate baseball fan like you. You root for another team, not the Red Sox. My family that cared about the Red Sox has drifted away. They're not all in like they used to be. I rekindled my relationship with baseball because my son got into it. And now I think we're dealing with, because of the team involved, the Dodgers and Shohei Ohtani, we're dealing with a pretty compelling World Series simply because of the talent involved and the fact that, they're not lying down and dying in Toronto. They're not giving up, they're not quitting is what I'm saying.
I don't want to watch this World Series because I hate the Dodgers and all the money they spent, and I hate the Blue Jays because of them being in division. So I have decided to not watch the World Series. Now the problem is there's a couple compelling storylines that keep pulling me back in. The first is the Blue Jays rookie pitcher, something to Savage, who pitched his first major league game, was in the playoffs. He's gone from AAA to the playoffs to pitching game one of the World Series, and he's outstanding.
It's great.
And then there's Shohei Ohtani,
Well,
who is the next level.
The thing about baseball, and I wanted to ask you about this because I forgot what the total hours were. Last night, ladies and gentlemen,
6.5 hours.
6.5 hours. If you did not, if you had your head in the sand and you're not paying attention. By the way, I know I don't need the people to say, it's baseball, I didn't pay attention. I get so tired of that crap. I really do. Yeah. I get so tired. If it's not your sport anymore, that's fine. If you got pissed off with strikes, that's fine. I get it. But this was an 18-inning game. And my question to you, I am a baseball purist.
Yes.
You are a baseball purist.
Yes.
To me, that 18 innings is what makes baseball great. I'm sorry, that's the way I look at it.
It is. And what's great about playoff baseball is they don't do the ghost runner on second.
Right.
So you get real baseball.
You get real baseball where they're not trying to accelerate the game because we collectively as a people have lost our ability to wait for anything in America anymore.
And with baseball, it's what makes baseball special is there's no running out the clock.
Right.
You can score at any point. You can score as much as you want. You can take the lead at any time. It's what makes it great.
Right.
Otani got on base 9 times yesterday.
It was
He hit 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and they walked him 5 times.
Amazing. And really, the only mistake they made is they should have walked him earlier, because that's how great he was. He hit everything that was thrown to him. And this game, I don't know what I did about sports before I had the YouTube highlights. I give it the most credit in the world that I can watch the highlights of the entire game before my son goes to school in the morning, and then send him off. And then Freddie Freeman and his teeth with another walk-off home run for the Dodgers. Here's why we differ when it comes to the Toronto Blue Jays. I, being a hockey fan as well, believe that the Blue Jay fans have suffered. They've suffered with that hockey team up in Toronto, where they live and die hockey, hockey, hockey. Once again, this past Stanley Cup season, they were disappointed with their team again. I feel they are good sports fans, and they are long-suffering sports fans. So to me, it would be very cool to see David beat Goliath. And, with all that money that goes into the Los Angeles Dodgers and all the celebrities that are sitting there watching the Dodgers play. But you got to give it to the Dodgers last night. 18 innings, that has got to be a knife in the heart of the team that loses when you've put all that time in it, and they just weren't getting hits, especially later. They threw every pitcher they could throw at the guys, and they couldn't hit them. And it was a stunning victory. And 18 innings is pretty cool. Do you believe, like I believe? I don't think enough people were talking about it. I mean, no. I didn't hear it. I didn't hear people, I don't hang out by water coolers. I hang around golfers, but you didn't hear a lot of the buzz like you would with even a high-level college football game.
No. Now, did you see the news about Brad Paisley, who sung the national anthem?
Was it bad?
Well, no, it was fine. It was good. But here's what Brad Paisley has done is he sang the national anthem last night. The game went 18 innings.
Okay.
Last year, he sung game 1. It went 10 innings. 2018, he sung game 3. It went 18 innings. 2017, he sung game 2. It went 11 innings. Every game he sings the national anthem at goes to extra innings in the World Series.
And is it usually the Dodgers that he sings for? Is that who he usually sings for?
I mean, it would have been this year and last year, but I don't know. Before that.
Gee, it just seems to me that when you're combining country music and baseball, you might want to bring a little more popular artist into the fray. You know what I mean?
It's just the national anthem, and we don't want we don't want the halftime show type thing. So
I watched a not a mashup, but a montage of different horrible national anthems going all the way back to, I think it was it Carl Lewis that mangled it. You had Roseanne do a horrible job. You had that girl that was on like some kind of medication. I forgot the artist that wasn't able to do it. But,
right, that was recent. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So it was. Now it's what it's 2-1. 2-1 Dodgers now. Mm-hmm.
Joey Otani, big deal last year that he made. You got that $700 million contract last year.
Jesus.
Do you know how long it's going to take the Dodgers to make up that money?
How long?
They did it in 1 year. Last year. Record-breaking ticket sales, license in Japan. They made up $700 million increase in their profit margin.
Do you think there'll be a run now? Do you think there'll be a real run? I know the Red Sox have a few Japanese players. Do you think there'll be? Because now the Dodgers don't only have Shohei Ohtani, but now they've got a legitimate great pitcher with the other guy, right?
I think it's more interesting that if the Dodgers already made all that money back, they can spend money again.
I said,
and just build an army.
I made up a joke when they were talking about $700 million, and I said, hey, that's a lot of zeros. As a matter of fact, that's what my father said when he was talking about the Japanese in World War II. That's a Japanese fighter jet. That's a Japanese fighter jet joke that I gave him there. So does he get that? He gets $700 million.
Yes.
And how long is the contract for?
I believe it's either 8 or 10 years.
Good Lord. Yeah. Well, I mean, he's worth it when he does what he does.
Yeah, he made it all up in 1 year. He showed on the field that he's worth it, and he showed with licensing he's worth it.
Now, with my team, and you are in a different world with your team. When I look at the Dodgers, I say to myself, with a few pieces of the puzzle, rumor has it that the Red Sox are getting ready to do a blockbuster deal for who's that pitcher? Scooble. You know that guy,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
Scooble
from the Pirates. Yeah.
From the Pirates.
I've also seen articles about the Orioles going after Scooble.
All right. So that's my question to you. Do you feel when you watch a juggernaut like the Los Angeles Dodgers, that you, in that poor, suffering Baltimore market, have a team that can be competitive, that can actually spend the money to get the players to be on the same level? I don't worry about it with the Red Sox. Do you worry about it with the Orioles?
No, because I don't think the Blue Jays are a juggernaut as far as spending money. And we've beaten the Blue Jays. It's all about being healthy throughout the year, getting there, and then anyone can win.
Jacob S. says, great joke. I thought it was. It didn't even go over with the old men. That's a lot of zeros. And that's what my dad said when he was in Japan in World War II. A lot of zeros. Yes, sir. I should have perhaps made it Pearl Harbor, but too soon. Too soon for that one. I'm not sure I want to do that. Moving right along. Yesterday, I brought this to the show where I get a lot of stuff online that, like so many of us now, you can't discern whether it's AI. In Beautiful Video today, I think the very first or very second or third thing that I play on Beautiful Video will be, is it real? Is it not real? Anything I see now, I question the sincerity. So,
yes,
I talk
especially
about...
if there's marketing.
What's that?
Especially if there's marketing and someone's selling something.
Right.
I just stare at it to be like, is this real?
All right, so let me set it up for you. What this is I somehow talk about, in our house, my wife has a thing about the laundry. She doesn't love doing it, but she wants to do it because she doesn't want anybody else messing around with it. The only thing she requires of me, and I'm talking about, she does the whole shoot match and folds this giant pile. And if I want to hang up my golf shirts, like this pretty one I'm wearing here, I hang it up, and that's my responsibility. But she does all the folding. And I know that she kind of doesn't mind. She wants her laundry done just so. Does my kids' laundry, does the family towels, everything. And she does my laundry as well. But the folding process, I know we've had multiple discussions about it in the house. And I think that's why whatever eavesdropping effing algorithm was listening to my conversation got me for laundry folding, that subject. Now, I found a video of the super modern looking machine that apparently folds laundry, but every time I've done a real Google search,
there's no way.
I
don't know this video yet.
All right, well,
but it seems too complicated.
Okay, but I'm just going to tell you this, that you'll see this video, and then I'll invite anybody that might have seen it or used it or it's total BS and it's AI, because there are, I believe, legitimate laundry folding machines that resemble something from the 1960s. They're clunky, they're big, and they don't look like the streamlined thing.
Yeah, and there's like the manual, like wood things where they fold, like for in the stores where you see them fold.
Yeah, where you see like a board and steam and all that. All right, so this is similar to what I saw on my feed, and I went, oh my God, it's a laundry folding machine. I have no idea. I leave it for
my new laundry folder. All I have to do is load the clean clothes into the top, close the lid, and let it do the rest. A few minutes later, it starts stacking perfectly folded pieces right into the basket.
No. You know how you know it's fake?
How?
It looks like a printer. Think about if you throw all your clothes in there. Look at how she just dumps the clothes in there.
Hey, Quinn, the whole house antenna was over 20 years ago, Quinn. God, you've been with me a long time. That's a whole lot. I didn't go out and buy. First of all, there is no link to buy it, which
because
means
it's not real.
Somebody's taking the time to create this just to F with people. Is that what it is?
Let's talk about our clothes.
All right.
If I take it, so she just drops a handful of clothes in there. So the machine has to have enough room in there to sort out to know which piece of fabric goes with each clothing. There's not enough room in there.
Right.
Then if you go later in the video, at this little slot, my clothes cannot fit through that slot. I've never seen anything folded that small.
Look at that. Look at how beautifully folded it is. Can you run it from the top again so we can really get a look at it? And what a lovely lady with her
This
green
is my new
face.
Well, she's AI also.
All I have to do is load the clean clothes into the top, close the lid, and let it do the rest. A few minutes later, it starts stacking perfectly folded pieces right into the basket.
Yeah, I see your point. The towel wouldn't.
The towels would not have came out of that slot.
I'm such a moron. I really. But there are.
Also, there are real things as folding machines. I think they're for like dry cleaners.
Wouldn't that be great though if there was technology and it was that streamlined?
Have you seen the IKEA steamer?
No.
The IKEA steamer. Is
Oh,
the
that
one
was
I thought
that was
fake.
I believe that was an act that some of the frat boys did at American University. The IKEA steamer. That was a naughty thing that we did. Go ahead.
It's a clothes steamer geared towards like college kids, but it looks like one of those things you put outside of like the gas station with like the man that blow with the arms that move around. But you put your shirt on it and it inflates from the inside.
I've seen that.
And
That's real. That's
a
real, right?
thing.
Can you find that? Can you find that one, the clothes steamer? Because that's the one where it does look like you put the shirt on like a mannequin top, and then it blows steam, and that doesn't fold it. That presses it. That gives you a perfectly pressed shirt.
Right, and that's one that I looked at and I thought it was fake as well.
Oh, you thought that one was fake? You know,
yes.
You know when I talk about you want to talk about the fat people that are on doing gymnastics and breaking the equipment. That's using the internet for good. When you're doing all this work just to create something that looks fake. All right, so hold on this. 250 Amazon items available now that will blow your mind. What is that? That's not telling me anything. Give me a link. Give me a link. Tell me what it is. You know, that's what I want. I want technology that's going to make my life. I think there is the possibility with sensors. You have cars that park themselves now. You have cars that drive for you. You can have a big, streamlined size of probably the size of about a small dryer that would probably do a folding thing with cameras and all that.
I don't think there's room to fold.
Really?
I think the sorting is the problem.
All right. Well, I tried. I really tried.
Here's the steamer I thought was fake, but it's real. Way to go! Oh, with annoying music, I'm going to turn off.
And that's because so that doing that is steaming from the inside out, and then you put it on a hanger. That would be great for me. Like, can I see it again from the beginning?
Yeah.
I'd like to see what that is because that's something
they did something on the pants to get your attention.
Okay. All right, let me see. IKEA sold at IKEA.
So see, it just inflates in shirts, pants.
You know what? But here's the problem, and this is why I think it might be fake.
It's not fake. It's not.
It's real.
It's real.
You can actually buy it. But why do they have to go so fast? Because that would take, if you were steaming something, even when you inflated it, you would have to wait for the wrinkles to come out of it, I believe. That's the way that would go. I think that would be almost as good as a folder because I put my stuff up on hangers. Do you put your myriad of T-shirts?
I put all T-shirts, all shirts go in hangers, and then I have a drawer for shorts and a drawer for socks and underwear.
All right, I get it. That's wonderful. So, I guess it is clickbait, but I get disappointed when I have that happen. I really wish we had products like this, and I will inquire, although we don't have an IKEA in my part of the world. So I would have to drive across Alligator Alley by Alligator Alcatraz to go over and see my clothing steamer. That would be it. Listen. I've talked about my nose. I've talked about baseball, but I have not gotten a chance to send this out.
I found a clothes folder for you.
Please.
It's about the size of like an old copy machine.
Okay, let's take a look.
Let me pull it up.
Is it fake or real?
It is real. It is $12,000.
Oh, see, that's for a professional like a laundry, right?
I think, or laundry or retail place. But you can see it uses those same boards like a manual person would do.
So there has to be some sort of manual
someone has to load one at a time, yeah.
All right. Okay. I see that. To me, if it's going to load, then what's the good of having a machine? I want to take something that looks like it's been up somebody's ass, but it's clean,
just throw it in.
and just throw it in all wrinkled, and then it comes out perfectly folded and pressed. And I don't think that we are, in a society with the incredibly talented people that create machines, that we shouldn't have something like that. As a matter of fact, when you think about technology, Josh, don't you think that we should have many, many, many more technological advances than we have by now when you think about it? It's the phone, right?
We were teased with the Jetsons.
Yeah.
And the Jetsons had everything covered for them, and we just have the phone. We just have a computer that's smaller.
Let's do this. The jetpack. Hey, every now and then you'll see a video with a jetpack. What are people doing? They're still killing themselves by jumping off of cliffs with a wing that's made out of nylon and smashing into the cliffs below. Come on now.
The only jetpacks I see are the ones that go on like water that has the hose down.
Right.
So they can only float above the water.
Yes, Jim Hoffman. They can send a man to the moon, but we still have to fold towels. By the way, we got a nice deal on some very, very nice quick drying towels at Marshall's last night. Although I really made a case for the Chinese towels. Carla said she wanted to feel the towels before she bought them, so we weren't able to do it that way. But I am telling you, they would be cost effective because the towels worked out to be about $9.99. About $9.50 for a towel at Marshall's. And I'm thinking, you could have probably gotten 4 towels from our Chinese friends for about $14.
Yes. My problem, though, is I never know what size it actually is. Whenever I look.
Lance says that Gary has an automatic clothes folder. It's Robb. Don't pick on Robb when he's not here. You're not allowed to do that. I'd like to see it. I really would. All right, last thing before we move on here, because I've got a fat news program. I've got beautiful video for you today as well. And Josh wants to discuss Halloween shopping etiquette, but I wanted to talk about this particular thing. I don't think I'm alone in my market of Fort Myers, Florida, because I think this exists everywhere. And this is what I'm going to throw out. I am not attempting to offend anyone. I am just telling you, and I'll compare it to St. Augustine where you live as well. But I wrote this down. Why are pickups the most dangerous drivers? Why is it the pickup trucks, when I'm out in rush hour traffic, either coming or going, that feel like they can come up on your bumper, that feel like they can make every lane change, that where the speed limit is completely and totally irrelevant? Now, look, there are a-hole drivers in every category, from 18-wheel trucks to dump trucks to minivans to crotch rockets to Toyota Corollas to Lexus SUVs. It doesn't matter. But I am telling you, when I am on the road down here, where there are a lot of work people that are in pickup trucks, the pickup truck drivers, I think, lap the field when it comes to being a-holes out there. And I was wondering if you could commiserate with that.
Now, I own a pickup, but it's a smaller pickup. But they are, because you have 2 different types of people that have these big pickups. It's either the workers, which means they don't live in the area, so they don't care. They're just trying to get from job to job, and they're driving recklessly because of that.
I wrote this down. Do you think it's because they hate their life?
I don't think they hate their life. I think they hate you.
Why would they hate me? I don't do anything to them.
No,
Is it because I have a badge on my car that indicates that it was made in a foreign land? Is that what it is?
No. No, it's the fact that they're just there to work. And they're there to get from point A to point B. The second people that own the pickup trucks do not need the pickup trucks. They're just your Florida rednecks.
So and they want to drive the big wide wheels.
They want the big wide wheels. They want the back lowered and the front up so they can look at the sky while driving. They want the big car. And it's almost like they buy that car so that if there's traffic, they can just drive through the median, drive over the curb, and get around.
I saw one time a jacked up pickup. It was not a something you would see in an arena, big wheel or anything like that. It wasn't a monster truck, but it had large enough tires where it cut somebody off, and it did not see that directly in front of him was a Corvette. I talked about this on the show.
Did he go up on it?
He went right up. He rolled up over the back of the Corvette, and then the Corvette didn't even stop. And when I got up to my exit, the Corvette had taken the same exit I did, and I looked over, and the Corvette was filled with a couple of hinky people, and I think they didn't pull over because they didn't want to deal with John Law. They did not want to deal with the state troopers, and that's why they didn't pull over, because there literally were dent marks where this semi-monster truck had rolled up the back. I think it's just because they are pissed off at the world, and maybe you're right, the redneck factor that don't need them.
It's the we have way too many rednecks in Florida.
And I agree with the bit about going job to job, but it to me, if you were to break out percentages on it, you would have a significant percentage more pickups that violate laws out on the roads than anywhere else. And I'm just curious whether it's every city in America that's like that. A
lot of times they are modified that they're breaking the law even before they start driving, just the way they're designed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. By the way, you have a little one. Do you ever, when you first bought your pickup truck, is this the first one you've had, or have you had multiple?
No, I've had multiple.
Do you ever have a big one? Did you ever have a mean, badass truck when you were younger?
I had one. My first car was a pretty big GMC Sierra.
And did you have when you got into that, when you felt the power of getting up into that cab of that pickup truck, did you feel suddenly a massive desire to break every major traffic law that's out there? Did you feel that?
No, I don't think I fall into that. That's why I lean more towards the redneck side of.
All right. I had one. I think everybody should. Look, I think it's as American as apple pie to own a pickup truck at some point in your life. I had one way back in the day. I had a pickup truck. They're fun to drive. All right. Some places that, everybody has them. I know places where people spend more on their trucks than they do on where they live, and that is the God's honest truth. And I get it. But man, Glen Burnie, Maryland, a fine suburb.
That's one of the places.
Right between Annapolis and Baltimore, Maryland, ladies and gentlemen. It would be absolutely wonderful. But really, I'm not trying to insult all pickup truck drivers. I'm just saying that the real a-holes that are out there usually are driving a pickup truck. That's the point I want to make.
So they can look down at the liberals.
Do you think they're all driven by Trumpers? Is that what it is?
100%, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yes,
all right.
There's something that goes with that.
Because they have to get right to the job site and clean up all the rubble from the east wing of the White House when they're taking it out to the dump site. All right, we've got to move on, ladies and gentlemen. We got a big show for you today, and we want to thank you for joining us. And once again, a special shout out to our buddy Rob, who should be joining us on the show tomorrow. And we do hope his dad is feeling better. But first, I want to remind you that the most magical holiday treat is coming. Everyone wants the Tony Award-winning TMOS Family Cookbook. Yes, it's the toast of Broadway. And here's your chance to get yours. Are you hungry for food, Hungry for fun? The Mike O'Mara Show Family Cookbook is your ticket to edible excellence, with amazing recipes only available from us. Jimmy's Wings, Mama O'Mara's Brownies, Eggs and Hats and Coats, threw that one in there, Mama Spiewak's Screaming Abe Potatoes, Robb's Fruitcake Layered Salad, and, yes, you asked for it, you crave it, meat beans. Plus dozens more. All the best, all for you. The cookbook will be in your hands before the holidays, and you can pre-order right now at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Be a part of TMOS history. Feed your need and not your greed. Buy plenty of them and share the TMOS Family Cookbook. Order now, order often, and please order in multiples of 5. Thank you in advance, and we appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Josh, play the news thingy if you have it available, and take it away. There it is! Is that the old one or the new one? You found that out yesterday.
That is the new one.
What frustrates me, ladies and gentlemen, when we get a massive hurricane is I'm always amazed at how much video we get that doesn't show hurricane force winds. It's usually days after the fact that we get that video coming in, but I haven't seen anything that I found compelling. Have you seen anything out there yet?
No, because in order to get it live, like tearing something up, you have to have the cameras in the right spot. It's impossible to get a crew member there.
This is unprecedented.
It's going to take a while.
Experts say Hurricane Melissa's 185-mile-an-hour winds. All I know from being down here in Florida, and you know it too, when they talk about over 150 miles an hour, you're talking catastrophic wind damage, not just storm surge, wind damage. And this is in Jamaica, right?
Correct.
Let me see.
I believe it's landfall today.
185. It's already made landfall in Jamaica. 892 millibars of central pressure. Now, once again, because I'm not sure, I saw what I believed was a hurricane hunter showing the eye of the storm. It was phenomenal to look at.
There was a video of a military plane that flew through the eye the other day.
And now they are not going into the center because it's too dangerous, because it's too powerful. Let's see. It tied two different records for the strongest Atlantic storm upon hitting land. The pressure measurement, the key one meteorologists use, ties with 1935's Labor Day hurricane in Florida, and the wind speed ties with that of the 1935 hurricane and 2019's Hurricane Dorian. That's according to hurricane scientists Philip Klotzbach of Colorado State and Brian McNulty of the University of Miami. Klotzbach says, quote, "It's been a remarkable storm, just a beast of a storm. And for that tiny island of Jamaica, we wish them the absolute best with this, because it really is terrifying to think about."
And sorry for every woman named Melissa.
Yeah, because they'll be saddled with that for a long time. But, you know, not as bad as if it was the continental United States. Then it becomes more population centers. Yes. According to a new report, the average American spends nearly 48% of their paycheck within the first 48 hours. And 35% of the paycheck is gone within the first 12 hours. That's paycheck to paycheck America we're talking about.
So that's you pay your bills.
Yep.
That's most of it. Yeah.
It's especially true among millennials, who spend money faster than any other generation. I think of a guy I worked with years ago, Josh. He was a production director at WAVA, and his name was Rusty Ford. And there was a song at the time called "Just Got Paid Friday Night," and Rusty would go down to the local bank and come back with the cash in his hand, and boy, the partying would start then. No, they're not running out to buy a new TV or a Labubu or whatever. Most of that spending goes towards essentials. 52% of people say they cover groceries or necessities as soon as they receive their paycheck. Others pay bills that are due within the week, or they take care of major obligations like rent or credit cards. 32% also knock out smaller bills, such as utilities or subscriptions. I don't think this is any sort of aberration.
I think this is everyone,
right?
Everyone does this way.
A lot of pinch comes from a bi-weekly pay schedule, while bills come continuously throughout any given month. 62% of people say being paid daily or as they work would improve their financial wellness and decrease stress.
How about a monthly pay schedule?
Well, a monthly pay, so that's fine. Why don't we do it that way?
That's what we do. Yes.
That's what we do here. Tiny little monthly payment.
Daily would be very complicated.
Daily would be impossible. Yes, sir. Yes, if you'd like to send a super chat for the daily pay that we get on this show, that'd be wonderful.
Right.
Hey, Josh.
Send the super chat. We'll see the money in 3 months.
I'm excited. Happy National Chocolate Day.
It's chocolate. That's today?
Yes, it is. Happy National Chocolate Day.
You going to grab a candy bar?
I got something at Marshall's last night, and my weight was up today. It's in. I might go out and get it.
I've got mine right here.
Let me see.
My giant box of candy.
I got something. You know, were we talking about Dubai chocolate on the show?
We were. The $24 little squares.
This was not $24, but I got me a milk chocolate Dubai. I'll tell you about it in a second. The fact that it's 3 days before Halloween, National Chocolate Day, seems kind of evil. Do we really need another excuse? A poll of 1,000 Americans found 79% of us eat chocolate at least once a week in general. Now, does it count with my chocolate brownie protein bars that I eat? Does that count?
Yes.
As chocolate?
Okay. That's in the name, yes.
All right. On Halloween week, it's a lot more than that. 59% say milk chocolate is their favorite type. Who would disagree with that? Dark chocolate is next, and white chocolate is a distant third.
Oh, white chocolate's my favorite.
Oh, it's good stuff. I enjoy it too. If there's any doubt that Halloween runs on chocolate, a recent poll by Ranker.com, one of my favorite websites, that looked at 10 Halloween candies that we opened first. I gave you the top 5 because it was boring. Number 5 is Snickers. Number 4, M&M's. You have Reese's Pieces.
I've got
They're not
Reese's
on
Pieces.
the list. Number 3, Twix. Never been a fan.
My
Never
daughter
been a
loves
fan.
Twix. It's her favorite.
I like number 2, Kit Kat. That's mine. And of
That's
course,
solid.
you know what's number 1. I'm sure you know what's number 1, right?
Do I know her just a Hershey bar?
Number
Dinner
1,
chocolate?
no. More popular than a Hershey bar.
I don't know. My favorite's the Three Musketeer, but I
No,
don't think
this
that's
is
it.
this is the most popular candy bar in America, right here.
Really?
Everybody loves them. You see it
And you
everywhere.
already said Snickers.
Let me give you a hint. You have a variation of it on your desk.
Oh, the peanut butter cups.
Yes, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups coming in at number 1. Happy Halloween in advance, everybody. I have out in the freezer. Let me see if Carla's here. Carla, are you still home? Can you go in the freezer in the garage and get my Dubai chocolate? I got it. Thank you, sweetheart. Now, I put it in the freezer. I don't know how
Okay.
it's going to translate, but I'll show you what I got at the Marshalls.
Have you tried it yet? It was at the Marshalls.
Carl and I destroyed lots of it last night.
Okay.
That's how good it is. Now, they have very different incarnations of it. Some of it use dark chocolate. Some of them uses milk chocolate. And now I'm very excited for this.
I've seen them at Marshalls.
Yeah,
So
they're all over.
Marshalls.
They've tapped into the Dubai chocolate.
We tried the Dubai chocolate when we were in London or Paris, one of those, because it was normal prices. It wasn't
Paris,
the $24.
Munich. Carla, what are you doing?
Eating some.
Oh,
Just having our own on the way.
Open your mouth. Did you eat it? Oh, you're allergic. Sorry. See you later. Okay. See you later. There you go. There he is.
That's not Carla.
Going to baseball practice. All right. This is from, I don't know. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm doing a show.
Are those the Lindt ones?
This is Bind. Bind chocolate.
Okay.
Established
I have seen
19.
that container.
All right, let me see this. It says Dubai chocolate, milk chocolate with pistachio and Kadaif filling. That's like the cream of wheat or something like that.
Right.
All right, here
So
we
you
go.
recommend you said these are very good.
Irresistible, like a peanut butter cup. Now these are frozen. I don't know how they're going to taste frozen, but I
Just
put
don't
them in the
break your
freezer.
tooth.
What does it matter? I got a hole in my nose. A broken tooth wouldn't be much worse than that. Opening this up here. Here we go. Nice wrapping, right, with the foil.
Now that bag had to be that was cheaper than $24 a bar,
I got
right?
the price on it right
That's
here.
a Marshalls thing. That's
$12.99.
$12.99. Okay,
Holy
that's expensive
that is expensive. I didn't
for
realize we spent
Marshalls.
that
I think
much.
the normal Marshalls checkout, like caramels and stuff, is around $6-7.
Here's what it looks like.
All right, it looks like a Hershey nugget. Good snap from it being frozen.
Not as good frozen as it was when it was in its original state. But
Good.
pistachio,
That means it'll be great at the end of the show.
pistachio is, oh my God. Yeah, it's softened even in that moment that it's been out. It's incredible. If you haven't tried it,
I don't like pistachio.
oh, it doesn't matter. It's not overwhelming. It's just got a balance. It has that peanut butter cup consistency.
All right.
That is really, really good. I know this sounds like I always feel like Richard Attenborough.
Yeah,
Hey kids, how are you?
no choking.
Hold on, I'm turning my microphone down. I have to tell you, that is absolutely addictive, and the ingredients are milk chocolate, pistachio, Kadaif filling, and let me see. So vanilla, natural, nothing else. I don't know what the Kadaif is. I think it's like some sort of almond, sesame. It's got nuts, but it's good. It's yummy. So pick some up this weekend if you get a chance. Yeah,
It's made with phyllo dough, and I don't know phyllo dough either. It's a
that's
creamy
that thin
custard
dough
mix.
that they put like in Mediterranean pastries.
It's milk,
I think.
heavy cream, cornstarch, sugar, and flavoring.
It's so good, folks. Let's get a sponsor. That's how good it is. I absolutely adore it. Celebrities don't normally announce when they've had a boob job. They just do it quietly and hope nobody notices. Jennifer Lawrence isn't a typical celebrity. In a new interview with The New Yorker, Jennifer admitted straight up that she's getting chestal work done to reverse the damage 2 pregnancies did to that region of her body. Here's the quote. Sorry. Still enjoying the chocolate. Everything bounced back pretty much after the first one. The second one, nothing bounced back. She also admitted that she gets Botox, but she has to be careful because she needs her forehead to act. I like Jennifer Lawrence. I know some people get annoyed, but I like her. I really do. You know,
it's also a good time to remind people Robb should be back tomorrow.
Yes, he'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. He's getting a boob job. That's really that's the truth.
Leaving the forehead alone.
In the same interview, Jennifer said she understands why people have gotten annoyed by her hyper, overly candid personality during interviews. Quote, well, it is, or it was, my genuine personality, but it was also a defense mechanism. And, you know, I think people should shut the F up. I really let her be her. That's fine. Well, there's a scene where she's at the Oscars and Jack Nicholson comes up in back of her and she's really excited and it's just funny. And if it's a defense mechanism, I'm fine with that. I think it's good. I like Jennifer Lawrence. So stop picking on her. And I look forward to seeing the perky new ones. Congratulations. Now, to another part of the body. We're going to go from north to south. I rarely put the Kardashians in my newscast because if I chose to, I could do it every day because they have a publicist machine at the Kardashian residence.
And the new season of the show just started.
Of course. So that's why they're in the news. Kourtney Kardashian is now selling lollipops for your vagina. Not yours, Josh, but lollipops for the vagina. I know where that's
now just a competition between the two on who can come up with the weirdest product for down there.
Yeah, I believe.
Remember, we had our sister last week with the thongs.
Mm-hmm. She says your mind went there too, but no, you ingest these lollipops just like you would any other. Oh, orally. So you don't put the lollipops down there.
It's supposed to just be like the natural, like how they'll sell the gummies where you eat these things and everything's
You got it. The lollipops, which also come in a gummy form, contain a probiotic. And I would say, listen, anything the Kardashians can do to, straighten things out down there, I would imagine that's a lot of bad road down there, just my opinion.
I think some surgeries.
That's, the lollipops, which come in gummy form, combat things like bacterial vaginosis. Now, wouldn't you think that the Kardashian family would probably have some battles with these issues on occasion?
Yes, and I'm sure they've used other products, and now they're just stamping their name to it.
Lollipops can fight yeast infections and aerobic vaginitis. I would love.
Do they taste as good as the Dubai chocolate?
Not a chance. Sorry, you made me do it again. I'm sorry, I have no control.
No, they're frozen. Leave them alone.
Oh shit! I just dumped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of self-control, Josh. I don't have impulse control. That's what I'm doing.
I'll edit that one.
The lollipops are called Lemmy Purr. And Kourtney says, quote, I love that they turn daily self-care into something sweet and simple, which is just great if you're a Kardashian. And I would just think that there probably are more than the usual amount of yeast infections.
They're experts.
When you're dealing with the Kardashian family. Try the Dubai chocolate. It fell into the trash.
And yeah, you can pick up the lollipops and the Dubai chocolate at Marshall's.
All right. $12.
Yeah. Pick them up. Don't want to accidentally throw one out.
It's not cheap. Moving right along. I really apologize. Because eating these is not good. It's not conducive to broadcasting. I'm very sorry, all right? Please forgive me. All right, I'm really, really sorry. I know I'm not going to get away with it.
You can't keep getting away with it. Mm-hmm. You can't keep getting away with it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Finally today, there's a guy in New Jersey. Now, he invited a woman over for a booty call. That still goes on in this day and age. But the problem is he fell asleep before she got there. So she did what normally people would do in the circumstances. She torched his house. It happened in 2019.
Seems a little extreme.
The case dragged on and on. Yeah, 2019, long time ago. She was just in court last Friday. Cops say that 35-year-old Taisha Russell texted a guy that she's been sleeping with named Curtis Stokes, who described her as his side chick. She texted, hello, and he told her to come over. His exact words were, bring ya ass. It was a very late night text, and she didn't get to his place until around 4 a.m. So he was sleeping, and he didn't answer the door. She texted him a bunch of angry stuff, including, "You wasted my money to come out here, and I see you want to die." Then she went to a nearby gas station, bought lighter fluid and matches, and set his house on fire. He woke up to his place fully engulfed, and he couldn't get to the door. He had to forcefully remove an entire window frame to save himself. He ran to a nearby police station in just a T-shirt, no mention of pants. He had first and second degree burns and was covered in soot. Cops charged her with 6 different crimes, including attempted murder, but they agreed to drop most of these charges as part of a plea agreement. She won't be sentenced until January, but pled guilty to aggravated arson. Is that the house right there?
That's the house. That's his house, yes.
Looks like it was pretty easy to torch with the lighter fluid. Prosecutors are asking for 8 years in prison. She'll have to serve at least 6.5 before she's eligible for parole. So bring your ass all the way to prison right now. Thank you. That is the news, ladies and gentlemen. The show will continue now because that's the way we roll. And hey, listen, while you're listening to the show or you're viewing the show on YouTube, go ahead and grab yourself some Dubai chocolate. Even though we're not selling it on the show, it sure is yummy. But I'll tell you this, it does stay in the mouth longer than it's supposed to. Hey, everybody, the holidays sneak up fast, but it's not too early to get your shopping done and actually have fun with it. Uncommon Goods. That's a new sponsor on the Mike O'Mara Show. They have thousands of one-of-a-kind gifts.
You know what they sell on Uncommon Goods?
They don't, do they really?
They do. They sell the Dubai chocolate sampler set.
That's a good pull. I love that. I'm going to go to Uncommon Goods and get the Dubai chocolate sampler. They look for products that are high quality, and they have something for everyone, from moms and dads, kids, teens, from book lovers, history buffs, diehard football fans, foodies, mixologists, and avid gardeners. Rob found the coolest thing. I found this. Here's what I got. I got it's essentially a laptop stand, and it's made entirely out of wood with a little stand that supports the backdrop for the laptop, and it's so beautifully constructed. Got a little spot for my coffee mug as well. I can do the workstation thing while I'm relaxing on my lovely fat recliner. And then next to, almost a set, although they weren't sold as a set, I have what I would call my couch caddy. And my couch caddy is also made out of wood, and it sort of drapes over the arm, the left arm of the sofa, and then it's got a beautiful little case where I put all of my drugs in. That's right. It's my drug case where, if I want a narcotic late at night or early in the morning, I could reach right over and grab it. No, I put my glasses there. You'll find thousands of new gift ideas that you won't find anywhere else. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than 3. What do you do? Oh, okay. Thank you. You're bringing it. Michael is modeling. Oh, now it's falling apart. Hold on a second.
Oh, you know what? That's the same one I was just getting ready to pull a picture of.
All right, hold on. There it is. There it is right here. Look at it. Isn't that beautiful? That's it. And see, it's got a shelf on it. You put the shelf in just like this. Thank you, Michael. That was very nice of you.
And here it is right here on their website.
What's it called? It's a
Stay Cool adjustable.
Yeah. It's really great because you don't have like computer heat blowing on your balls, which is really, and it's also got a fan that's in the back. Can you see the fan? Oops. See the fan? That's a little fan
that's
that
nice
puts,
to cool it off.
Yeah.
And what do you keep in the drawer?
There isn't the drawer is where the stand, the little ledge.
No. You have a drawer on the right-hand side.
Right here?
Yeah, right there. You have a little drawer.
You put pencils.
You have to keep some Dubai chocolate in there.
I could put that in there. Yeah, let me show you that. Hold on a second. Let me just get it open. Come on, I don't have any fingernails. Hold on a second. I'm going to get it. God damn it, Michael. It's not this complicated, okay? Hold on. Now I've lost my copy for the thing. I'm doing that. It's great. That's all I wanted to say.
There it is. There's a nice picture of it.
Thank
no,
you,
I'm
Josh.
glad you're showing it off because it's not that we just promote this company. We like their products.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Here, now I got it open. All right, wait a minute. I've got it upside down. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not made to work that way. Now got
You
your
know
Dubai
what? I don't
chocolate
use the
drawer
drawer,
open.
Josh. I don't use the
Okay.
drawer. I
Not
don't
yet.
really
You
use
didn't know it was
I don't-
there.
Well, no,
Now
I
you
did
get
know
to-
it was there because it had the little shelf on there.
All right. Well, now you can fill it with chocolate.
Sorry about that. I don't think I cracked it. It's good. Uncommon
It's
goods,
good
ladies
quality,
and gentlemen. We're all out of the ordinary. That's it. And thank you, Uncommon Goods. We appreciate that. You wanted to talk about Halloween etiquette and
Yes.
what was going on. But before we do that, I do want to ask about one of the things we do. The reason we tape late is because Josh and I have our sports. We have golf for me, and we have softball now, a senior softball league where Josh goes out and plays with a bunch of old farts. And
I do.
they've welcomed him with open arms, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah. And I told you pre-show I had a little incident today.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's what happened is I'm the young guy on the team, which means they'll call me in to run for people once in a while.
Yeah, and you're
So,
40.
I'm 45,
45,
which is
45
the
years
minimum age to play senior softball.
young. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I got on base on my own. I got thrown out in a double play, and I run back to the dugout, and I am hungry. So I go and grab my granola bar, and I take a bite out of it, and instantly they yell at me to go run for the guy at first base. So I have my mouth full of the crunchy granola bar, and I run out to first base.
Okay.
No problem. It's slow pitch softball. I've got time to chew. I chew, I swallow, no problem. Guy hits the ball to the outfield. I have to now run from first base to home, all the way around. I do that, no problem. I get there. The guy says, "Great job," and goes up for the high five. And I go, "Thank you," but I can't get thank you out all the way because some type of granola has now stabbed me in the throat and is choking me.
So you start going to a trophy.
So
See, when
I
you said
started
there was
choking.
some sort of medical incident, I didn't know it
You
was
assume
going to
it's
be
one of the
about
old
you.
guys.
I thought it'd be an
Right.
old fart having a heart attack or something like that.
So I start choking and I can't even talk because it's lodged in my throat. Thankfully, at that point, I'm back to the dugout and I just start chugging my liquid IV and
Okay.
just flood the system, and I got it out. But it was a little bit of I haven't choked on a food before.
Are you
that's the first time.
When you said 45 is the youngest, do you play other teams where you run into guys that are your age? Have you seen anybody in the league that matches your age, or are you
The second youngest guy in the league is 51. So I have
you
a
are-
little bit of advantage.
You are the baby of
Yes.
the league. And you were telling me before the show that there are
There's
80-year-olds,
80-year-olds. There's mid 80-year-olds guys up there that are still
mid
hitting the
80,
ball.
like 84 years old that go out
Yes.
and play softball?
They are, yeah, and they're good.
Really?
Yeah, and they just can't run or react as fast. So a lot of times I'll run for them once they get to first base. But yes, no
Now,
problem.
When I was young, in fact, right out of high school, I played in a men's softball league. And my memory of playing in that league was that, it's kind of schlubby. And even if you look at professional softball teams, it's usually some guys with beer bellies that can hit it, that can really jack it.
it is.
What is the conditioning level? I know the older hockey players down here fancy themselves as all like super fit guys. What is the typical senior softball player?
I'd say it's a step above the golf course. They're not
Okay.
in great shape, but they can move a little bit more. And then we've got the guys who are in like their late 50s, early 60s that are like, I think it's a Florida thing, but a lot of these retiree guys are retired military people. So they kind of did stay in pretty good shape.
That's usually the guys that do it. They stay in the habit of doing that. And your statistics for your senior softball, how are you? I would think being the youngest in the league, you would probably have some statistics that rival the other guys.
Yeah, I can't hit the long ball anymore, but I've adjusted my body where I hit line drives and I get on base and I play third base and do a pretty good job. So I'm perfectly fine in this league.
Are there any matronly grandmas that bring snacks when you're out there?
No.
Is there beer?
No, there is a lot of icy hot passed around the dugout.
It's not like after the game's over. What time the game's usually at? Mid-morning, right?
Around 12:30.
12:30.
So there is a few guys that go out to lunch afterwards.
Okay.
there today. We play 2 games, and today between games there was a guy handing out bananas.
That's it.
That's how we are. Yeah.
Never like a cooler full of beer after the games at all?
No, because they're all going out to lunch. They're all taking care of themselves.
Is there any social contact at all? Do you think that you'd have guys that would say, "Hey, Josh, come on over Saturday night. We're having some people over." Any of that?
Not yet.
Really?
We'll see.
Anybody?
Right now, I show up. I'm the kid. They call me in to run for them, and that's it.
Is there anybody that you have noticed any particular resentment from the young buck that's showing up that maybe is a little too young for the league?
No, everybody loves me. Well, I do get the other teams will come up and be like, "How old are you?" and check my age. But no, everyone on my team loves me.
Do they have real umpires in the league?
No, we do not.
You do your own umpiring?
We do. On this league, it's your own umpiring.
Do you have a superstar on your team? Do you have a guy that's like the super stud?
We've got a couple guys that can really crank the ball.
So can hit it out, and they're older than you.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're older than me, but they've got the power, and they're bigger guys, and they can hit it out.
Now,
I
also
think maybe if I invest in like a senior softball bat instead of a traditional softball bat, that I would get an extra 20 feet off the ball.
Well, why don't you go ahead and treat yourself?
Because I only have like 3 weeks left in the season, so we'll see. If I play again, I will.
You know what I've never asked you? I've discussed it on the show before, and I wrote this down for the show, and it kind of segues into what I wanted to talk about. If you could have one toy, and your wife wasn't a factor and your kids weren't a factor, this was just for you. And I'm talking a toy that would be something that you have it right away?
Yeah. Yeah, I want one of those big camper vans.
Like the big ones?
Like the big van that you ride in, you drive, you set up, you camp. It's got everything in it. You can have a full podcast studio inside of it.
Like the tour bus type RV.
Not tour bus style, but more of the type that they show for like where you can take it like off-road and stuff.
Okay.
Where it's like a 15-passenger van that's been set up for this.
All right. Are you talking about the ones that have the kind of the GMC or the Mercedes cab up front, and then they've got a little area above the cab, and then it's just a little rectangular box? Because I really don't know what you're talking. Off-road, I don't know what you're talking about, but it's built in, right?
Yeah, it's all built in.
All right, he's looking for it right now.
Let me see. I'll find you a picture.
I would tell you, and there are 2 reasons I can't have this. Number 1, it's prohibitively expensive for the one I would want. And number 2, I am space challenged that I would not want to have it. But my son was telling me about going to one of his buddies' houses, and his father is a medical practitioner. I think he's a doctor, but I know that he owns and administers big-time medical facilities. So the guy is richer than Jesus. And he says they have a separate building on their property that encloses a fully state-of-the-art golf simulator.
Yeah.
Where they can walk in there and they can play all the courses around the world, and it's just phenomenal. And it's inside. So when it's 99 degrees, you can do it inside. This would probably be $50,000, $60,000 to pay for something like this. It's spectacular.
You know who has one up here?
Who's that?
Cam Smith.
Oh, you put it in, right?
I designed it for his house, yeah.
How cool is it? Is it absolutely state-of-the-art?
I'm sure it is. I left before the final install was finished.
Dedicated room to the whole thing?
No outdoor room shed like you're talking about. It's like the pool house, and a big wing of it is for that.
Oh my God! Of course, when you win major golf tournaments, you get to do that. It's fantastic.
I mean, it's like having your own podcast studio. It's part of work.
So, do you have
This is the type of van I was talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Where it's because the tour bus styles seem like a pain to drive. This feels like a normal car to drive, but then you've got everything inside it, so you can go anywhere.
I would say that the one I'm talking about is one step up from that. It's also got the Mercedes engine, but it's got a kind of a rectangle above it, and it's not the full size, but it's also, and they classify them like A, B, C, that type of thing, but it's in between that. I do not think you would be comfortable with the fam in that particular
No. This is not with the fam. This is go by myself.
Okay.
Maybe with the wife.
All right. With the way you like to travel.
I was looking at one yesterday that had a roof thing that opened up, and then it would become the entire second floor and a full outdoor balcony. That was pretty cool.
That's cool. All right, we got to move on. And coming up, I want to appeal to our listeners for something because it's something we were talking about on the show for a long time. You've heard about the incredible weight loss people have experienced with peptides. Well, these prescription medications have resulted in people losing incredible amounts of weight. These weight losses are no fluke because not only do you lose the weight, but I can tell you keep it off with these medications. And you can lose weight very, very fast. And you can do it, and it's been successful. I've tried for decades to take weight off, and I've done that, but then I would gain it back. With these peptides, you keep the weight off. That's the cool thing. And you can do it from the comfort of your own home. That's the cool part. Just by going to dermglowskin.com, you click the weight loss button, you choose your peptide, you take a quiz, a doctor goes over your prescription, and then it's delivered to your front door, just like it is to mine. At Dermglow, they know that these amazing products are not cheap. That's why they have 3 great payment plans, and they accept HSA and FSA. Don't miss out on huge discounts on select medications through the end of the year. Now is the time to stop the food noise, and I love that expression because that's exactly what it does. And feel like yourself again. I am not kidding you when I say I've had 2 of these little suckers right here, not these, but these Dubai chocolates, not the liquid IV.
Yes.
I would not be able to do the show and continue to do the show without shoving 150 of those into my mouth. And that's the food noise, folks. Dermglowskin.com. You only live one life. You deserve to make it the best. You owe it to yourself to visit dermglowskin.com. Check them out today, and thank you in advance. Calling all listeners. This is something that a listener suggested to me a while back, and this is something that I want to start to pursue a little bit on the show. I think that we have always been welcome to any type of guest on the show. And I'm not talking about somebody that doesn't have something to really discuss, but I am talking about casting the net as widely as we possibly can for guests. If you know somebody that you say, hey, that would be a fit, or this guy has an interesting life, this guy has an interesting job, this is something that might fit the Mike O'Mara Show, calling all listeners to go to MikeO'MaraShow.com. I don't know who they should text.
How about just send me an email? Josh at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Josh at MikeO'MaraShow.com. If you know somebody that has an interesting gig, it doesn't have to be celebrity, folks. It never does.
And don't send me an email saying you should get Jelly Roll on the show.
No,
only
not like
send
that.
an email if you have a contact that you can say, hey, here, talk to this guy.
Let me give you an example.
Intro email.
It can be a person that has an amazing story that said, this is a person that survived this, or, show me on the doll where this person.
Well, here, I'll give you an example.
Go ahead.
We've had my brother on a few times.
Yes, you
have not had him come on here and tell the story about how he almost died. And that would
there's
be
a great
an
example.
interesting story that we will bring in the future.
Or it could be someone that had a fascinating run-in with somebody famous. It doesn't have to always be somebody famous, or it could be a wonderful story about somebody who's out there doing good for other people. And, we're not one of those shows that's going to be the Oprah deal where you get a car and you get a car but I would love to hear great stories about great things that people do, whether it be in a charitable sense or whether it be somebody that just does it on their own. There's special people all over the place. I remember the time that right in my backyard, we had a guy that feeds people that need to be fed with a place called FK Your Diet. And everybody says, oh, it means F Your Diet. No, it was foster kids. It's set up to feed people and raise money for foster kids. And Jim Hoffman... Perfect, Jim. I pooped next to Robert Wagner once. That's why we would have Jim Hoffman telling that story on the show. No, it's wide open. That's what I'm saying. It's all something that we like to do to, keep the things moving and keep it interesting and fresh, and do that each and every day. When you talk about people that have experiences in the bathroom next to people, I remember Senator John Warner, ladies and gentlemen, where I was sitting there in a restaurant in Washington, D.C., taking a leak next to a United States senator. And I said to him, well, as we were washing our hands, I said, well, now I can say say that I did my business next to United States Senator Warner, and he looked at me and said, well, you can call your mom and tell her it didn't amount to a pile of warm spit. I will never forget that moment. It was special. Now, would that story be the one that would be on the show? No, because that's just an on and gone. What I want are people that have a story. Everybody has a story. As a matter of fact, when you're out there and you're getting annoyed at people, you never know the kind of day they may be having. And in this day and age, everybody has to work harder, they have to stress out more, and they have to live a tougher life. There are a lot of people that are doing that, and there are a lot of people that are doing good. There are stories about kids where your kid might have done this and this and this, or, you know, anything you think that would be compelling for even 5 or 10 minutes to come on this show and talk about. I'm opening the doors for you because I'd love to hear it, because I love hearing people's stories. I'm a storyteller. I like telling stories about my life. I think that we have storytellers in the audience that, or people that would know storytellers in the audience. And I think it would be a fascinating thing to try on the show. So if you've got somebody that, you'd like to come on with, or you got somebody that you think would be compelling, reach out to Josh at MikeO'MaraShow.com and let him know. And if we think it's compelling enough and we think it would be good for the show, have him come on, and we'd love to have you. That would be what we would like to do.
Sounds great.
So please do, Josh at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And yes, getting old sucks, Josh. Wait till you experience it a little more than I have. You know?
Well, what I did, you know what I had to do today?
What did you do?
I told you a couple weeks ago that I had to get reading glasses.
Yes. Welcome to 45.
Today, I went into my phone and changed the font setting on my phone so that all the text was bigger.
There it is.
I felt horrible doing it, and then I said, you know what? I can read all these without my glasses now. Let me go do it on the computer as well.
Do you have a low light setting on your phone too, like my wife does,
No.
who still has the dim light that's on there?
No, I keep it bright.
All right. Because I actually go into Carla's phone, and even with reading glasses on, it's practically impossible because she's got that little dim light.
Kelly does the same thing. I can't see it because she keeps it so dim, where I keep mine at full brightness.
I don't know what the stats are, but I wonder if women's eyesight lasts longer. I mean, they live longer, so maybe their eyesight lasts longer too. All right, we're going to move on, and we've got some heavenly video for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful video, as we like to call it. That's coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show. But first, I want to tell you about the bonus show. Do you love our show? Well, then it's time to upgrade your laughter with the TMOS bonus show. Every Friday, Mike, Robb, and Josh cut loose with stories they can't tell anywhere else. It's uncensored, it's unfiltered, and totally unpredictable. Plus, bonus show members don't just get that Friday fun. You also unlock exclusive bonus show extras. These extras are bonus rants, special interviews, and single topic shows. This week, our bonus show members got the Adult Halloween Cocktacular. If you missed it live, you can only get it right here at MikeO'MaraShow.com. You going to love it, ladies and gentlemen. So check it out. Hey, Josh, guess what happened?
What happened?
I just lost my screen, like in totality.
Like
I don't
you
know
can't
what
see
happened.
me anymore?
Like I can't see you at all. I don't know.
Well,
There
that'll
you
make
are.
it
Oh, I
awkward
got
for
you.
videos.
I got it back.
All
Thank
right,
God.
that's good.
Oh my God, I got it back. More content, less commercials. Go visit MikeO'MaraShow.com and subscribe today. All right, my favorite part, not that I like Robb being gone, but when he is not here, I get to pick my own videos.
I like that. Some beautiful video.
Now, the problem I do with this is that I know that sometimes these videos that Robb selects have more dialogue, so the people that are listening just to the audio can enjoy them. So it's up to me to describe these. The first one falls under the heading of, is it real? I'm pretty sure it is. This is a guy that walks into box stores, or maybe just one box store, presses the code on the telephone for the PA system, and farts into it. Let's roll this very first video, please.
There's
Real.
no reason for that to be fake.
Can you roll it one more time, please? I'd like to see it. And he's very, very nondescript the way he walks up to the PA right by the produce. I don't know. I'm a child. I have a childish sense of humor. That's a quickie.
It looks real to me, and I have no reason for it not to be.
Earlier this week on the show, Mr. Soroka and I were talking about music at the churches, and I asked him if whether he had seen any great acts. He said they're all kind of the same stuff that you get at there. And right after that, Josh was very excited to tell me that his church has a new recruitment song. And I'm very excited about it. And as a matter of fact, it's got me intrigued. Let's roll the Josh's Church recruitment song right now.
I assume it's this one.
Okay, let's go.
This song's called Hammered.
No, wrong one. No. It's the one that says Heaven.
All right, that would be this one.
All right, let's go.
I didn't know it was a song.
Hold on. You got to play it from the beginning, please.
All right.
Let's try it again. Here we go. Let's listen. From Josh's church. We're going to heaven because we're
creeped out by the people.
Yeah, me too. That's why I brought it to your
the song is
attention.
what it is. The people in that are creepy.
You're a world traveler. Have you ever had any desire whatsoever to do the running of the bulls?
Yes, I do.
This guy, and I don't like to play things where people get badly hurt. I hope this guy recovered. This is a very, very mean bull. I don't know how it goes. I don't see all the people with the outfits running on this. This seems to be early in the day or maybe a practice run, but this is a very mean bull, and I think it's real. That's what I have to preface every video I bring to you with.
I think it's real.
I think it's real. Roll the very mean bull. There's the bull. Got something around its neck. There's the bull.
I like the guy climbing up the fence.
Very agitated. And now it goes down a hallway. Not good.
Oh, those people thought they were safe in the hall.
Oh, boy. Looked like he tossed one guy. See the guy way in the back?
Yeah, one guy's down.
And the bull's coming back up the hallway. Get out of the way. I don't know what that sack is attached to the bull.
I think it was like a feed-in sack or something before they unleashed them.
Is that the official running of the bulls? I'm not even sure. I don't know how that works.
I don't know, but I still want to try it.
We had a great show. The Adult Wing Cocktacular was an overwhelming success. We appreciate everybody's participation in that. I will be celebrating Halloween with my family this coming Friday. Like the rest of you, this is the real Halloween, and I thought I'd show you a video of me testing out my my other Halloween costume, which I think is a really nice thing.
Jill, down. Off the couch. Thank you.
I'm stupid. I can't help it. That's it. Yes.
When you look at the inflatable costumes, though, those are the best ones where you have the half human hanging out.
Right, exactly. And they're fun. But I will not be dressing up for the real Halloween. My kid's got a buddy coming over, and they're going to go out and trick or treat.
I need to pick out a costume for the real Halloween.
Are you going to go with your kids? Are you going to go roll around?
We're doing the mother-in-law.
Going up to Georgia. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, we gave you just a taste of it. It was not the right video at the time. This is what I simply refer to as a drunken song. Please enjoy this.
This song's called Hammered. Here we go. This song's called Hammered.
I don't know who the guy is. Can't give him the record. He's checking his watch. There you go. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Very talented gentleman right there, wiping his nose. That's it. Moving right along. This is just a lady who's trying to do a recipe online, one of those many videos that we all watch. And I entitled this, Nutella Doesn't Drizzle. This is funny, ladies and gentlemen.
We're
Check it out.
We're going to add 3 spoonfuls of Nutella. You're really going to want to drizzle it in there.
I peed everywhere. Nutella does not drizzle, so don't tell your viewers to look at the drizzle. And let me see, the last one we have here. Josh, maybe a little editing. I'm sorry, but I don't know the stand-up comedian, but I entitled this one Fun with Produce. Check out our last
We say
video
a head
today,
of lettuce,
ladies and
but not a dick of cucumber. Yeah, give me a dick of cucumber. That'd be great. You know what? 2 tits of cantaloupe. Throw those in the bag too. Are kiwis in season? They are. Okay, 3 testicles of kiwi, and I think we're good.
Thank you. That's it. We got to get out of here. Rob, our thoughts go out to you and your dad. I hope he starts to feel better. Rob will be joining us tomorrow from Miami, and we will all be based in Florida from like a little triangle around the state, which I think will be very exciting, don't you?
Oh, of course. What would that make the central place? Orlando?
Yeah. Who wants to go there, though?
No.
For any circumstances. Nice melons. Nice melons, everybody.
Nice beaver.
Thank you. That's it. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a brand new show tomorrow. For Josh Soroka and Rob Spiewak, this is Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody. Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
You can't keep getting away with it! You can't keep getting away with it! Sunflower seeds! Shut up!